The next time your partner says something that really pisses you off, instead of responding the way you normally do, just say, let me think about it. That's it. I know it's so hard in that moment. You're so frustrated. You're so sure you're right, and you can't wait to prove it to them. But nothing good is going to come of taking that approach. See, right now, there's 3 reasons why it won't work. The first is the timing was bad. Whatever they said, no matter how much it ticked you off, they didn't think about what you were doing. You were busy, you were doing something, you were thinking about some other thing, you were responding to a friend, whatever. Or maybe you're just trying to relax. And they just said what they said. So there's 1 strike against you having a productive conversation in this moment that's going to make things better. The second strike is they probably didn't put that much thought into how they were going to say this thing to you. They just said it because they were in their own world, frustrated, annoyed, they had their own stressful day. They just said what they said. So not only was the timing bad, but the delivery was probably bad. That's 2 strikes. And here's the third one. It's not the first time you've had this conversation. It's like the 100th time you've had this conversation where they've said that thing and you've bickered back and forth and it goes nowhere. So this is collected interest over time and not in a good way. So you got bad timing, bad delivery, and bad history. Nothing good is going to come of you responding in the old way in this moment. So just don't do it. Instead, just say, let me think about it. The moment you do that, you've actually won. Not 1-0, not you beat your partner, but you've actually won. You've done something good for the relationship because you put that pause in, and not only did you create space for you to think about it, if you're with a good person, someone you want to be with, someone who cares and loves about you, guess what they're going to do? They're going to go, yeah, I should probably think about that too. Now, they might not do it in that moment. It might not be obvious, but they're going to think about it too. They're going to put that moment on repeat in their own mind, just like you're going to do, to try to understand themselves better. So you've already won, because instead of having that conversation for the 101st time, you can have a new conversation. You just did that. You created a new space for you and your partner to have a new conversation. So you've won. But that's not the best part. The best part becomes when you actually think about it. Because what you're going to find, no matter what it was that they said, no matter how annoyed you were initially, no matter how frustrated, no matter how wrong you were sure they were, if you give yourself time to think about it, there's only one conclusion to come to. And you know what it is. They're right. They're right. The substance of what they had to say, putting aside the timing, putting aside the delivery, and putting aside the history, the substance was right. So there's only one way to go back to them. If you care about this relationship and you love this person and you want it to get better, honey, you're right. That's something that I want to work on. An intimate relationship is the richest ground to work on yourself. It is the most powerful place to actually bump up against your own limits and your own edges and learn about yourself. It's almost impossible to do that if you don't have a relationship. It's really impossible to do on your own. So it's right in front of you, this opportunity to work on yourself, but only if you lean into those moments. If you say, you know what, instead of defending myself, instead of trying to prove I'm right, let me just think about it.